Hi, and welcome to A Journey to Healthy Cooking with Stephanie. Tonight's recipe is a perfect Valentine's dinner for you to make for your loved one. And that is a Parmesan Crusted Salmon with roasted asparagus and roasted sweet potatoes. Come join me. The ingredients you're going to need for tonight's recipe is going to be boneless filet. You want just over a pound. You need 2 large sweet potatoes, freshly grated Parmesan cheese, avocado oil, and asparagus. I'm using frozen asparagus. You can also use fresh if you prefer. The tools we're going to use are going to be your baking sheet, parchment paper, cutting board, and knife. And we're going to be cooking this in the oven at 350 degrees, so preheat your oven now. So for the first step, you're going to cut the sweet potato ends off. Then you're going to cut it lengthwise into small strips. So we're looking for about that width, okay? Then you're going to take your avocado oil and you're going to drizzle it on the parchment paper. Just use your fingers to smush it around. Then you're going to take your sweet potatoes and you're going to place them right on the parchment paper, like this. So it creates a bed. And the reason why we do this is because this way the skin of the fish will not stick to the parchment paper. It will actually stick to the sweet potatoes that are cooking underneath. So we took the rest of the sweet potato pieces, not to waste them, we just put them in some avocado oil and are putting them right on the baking sheet. So I just drizzled a little bit more of avocado oil onto the baking sheet so that the asparagus doesn't stick. Now I'm going to take my frozen asparagus and I am going to just put it in a thin layer across the rest of this baking dish, like you see here. So I have 1 piece of salmon here. Because we are going to be 2 people eating the salmon, I'm going to cut it down the middle. Okay. And the other way. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it directly onto the sweet potato pieces here, like this. Okay. Make sure the 2 pieces are still touching when they're placed. So now I'm going to fold the parchment paper over so it's covering the fish. Make sure it covers all of it, okay? Press it down a little bit, and then you're going to pop this right in the oven. This is gonna cook for about 20 minutes, and then we're gonna take it out and add the crust. Pro tip, don't be afraid to customize the recipe. Tonight's recipe is actually adapted from a recipe I received from Monique, my friend. So feel free to customize tonight to your liking. So it's been 20 minutes, and what I'm gonna do is take it out of the oven. And I'm going to peel back this parchment paper, and I'm going to go ahead and cut off the parchment paper, so I won't need this part any longer. Okay. And now what you're gonna do is make the crust. So I'm gonna take this fresh grated Parmesan cheese, and I'm just going to shovel it right on top. And you want to make sure you get all different parts. Okay. And I generally use my hand as a shield when I get to the ends, and then I just pat it down. So I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to pop it back in the oven, and we're going to cook it on 375 at that point. So it has been 15 minutes and we are going to take it out now that the cheese is nice and melted. And bon appetit and happy Valentine's Day.